everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. The stakes have been raised here in the wild card round as it's time to win or get an early start on the offseason. It's the Falcons going up against the Rams. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we haven't had NFL football in this city for 22 years, but football is back here in Los Angeles. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Los Angeles Rams. On first down, Luck. And he's got room. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
He hits Randall, complete. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. And here now the defensive starters for Atlanta.
Leonard Williams was one of the top draft picks coming out of USC, and he's done nothing to diminish the comparisons people make of past greats.
Now it's Luck. And he comes back with one complete. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to look deep, and he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
When we talk about the best corners in the league, we're usually saying shutdown corners, guys you can't complete passes against. Richard Sherman fits that definition to a T. The best part of his game, no wasted moves. He studies the opponent so well, hard to get a pass on Richard Sherman.
Here's the fullback. This is Julian Hauser. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to punt the ball. They've done so with that first run.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
Play action. It's gone. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's 3rd down. The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. And able to complete it to Green Beckham. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. Darian Stewart there to bring him down. The defense here for the Rams.
Malcolm Jenkins entered the NFL as a cornerback and has transitioned to safety, but still retains his good coverage skills.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down.
Let's go.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Fielded at the 33. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Rams will go on offense here with the 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Sam Shields, the one that got him down. 8 yards to go here on second down. To throw on second down is Locke. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
All right, I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Falcons now, and they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. You took the words right out of my mouth. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They go to Elliott again. And some room to maneuver. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I can say this from experience, especially from a defensive back's perspective. There's not many things more terrifying than a toss sweep or a pitch play and all that beef out in front of the runner.
Yeah, I had an old coach say 3 words on those plays, toss or pitch. Set the edge. Heard him over and over.
A lot of times they roll the edge, and when they do that, that's why you can go for a long way.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now Elliott. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. One man in the backfield, Elliott. He's going to get the football. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Partner, we're into the 2nd quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. On 1st down, it's locked. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come?
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route. and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Rams are in for 6. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
No, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things.
Looking for his receiver. Sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Amerson. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And the Rams getting set to go now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Second and 10, Luck again. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Brought in by Walford, right side. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be fourth down and a few inches. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a little fortunate there because that one was definitely leaking right.
Without a doubt, maybe about the width of a football or so inside that right upright. But he got it to go.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Let's go. Green.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
This is intercepted, and he's got some space here.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They'll roll him out right. This will be caught at about the 6. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
2nd and goal to go now. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And they'll go on the ground. And he will push his. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. There's Goff, eluding the pressure right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Here we go.
2nd and 10. Goff again. He's going to take another shot here. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Now Goff. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
And Larry apparently very brief in his report. Thanks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because We often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. To throw on second down is gone. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Still 9 yards to go on third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Detroit! 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 Detroit!
And the wideout in motion. From the gun on third down. Goff flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll get it down deep into Los Angeles territory. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 58 yards. They come out here in the eye. Here's Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second down following the run.
Now let's go.
They run with Hauser, the fullback. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
On third down, Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ezekiel Elliott, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons draw a bit closer.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They're trying to establish that running game, but they're really having trouble, aren't they?
Yeah, when you're running against a really good 4-3 defense, that means you've got big guys inside who control things. Those big defensive tackles are making it very difficult to find open space.
To throw on second down is Locke. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play there for L.A. 42 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. The tackle there by Mark Barron.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very happy.
They'll fake it. Now Locke. Throw left side to the tight end Walford. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now it's Gurley. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Again they run with Gurley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former USC Trojan, familiar with this place, Leonard Williams. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And this one is right through, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Letting one go deep for a noon walk. Quincy Noon with the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Off play action. Here's Goff. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Goff on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Let's go. 3-19.
They are going for it. Goff. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Going back to Lander. This time he's got him complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he was 3 for 3 to that point, but he couldn't keep the perfect game going.
Did someone mention it on the bench and jinx it?
Maybe jinx him a little bit.
Well, you doubt it had anything to do with overconfidence, but hey, it's an inexact science. These things do happen.
Time running out here on the play clock. On first down, it's gone. Dancing to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Quincy Enunwa, 64 yards. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And that leads to a Los Angeles first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Back now in Los Angeles. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams. Here we go with 2nd and 7. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Over the middle, it's Thomas. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Luck on 3rd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kyle Emanuel in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Watching that Barney. Watching that Barney.
One man in the backfield, Elliott. And he'll get it up the middle. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll fake the give. Now gone. Complete on the right side to Green Bankham. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, gone. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Brandon, you know, we talk about having wrinkles in a game plan. That was a fold right there. How about that play? Being able to change things up. You think anyone else on the team is going to get the ball, and in that situation, they surprise everyone and give it to their big guy.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
All right, here we go. 3, 19.
Again, it's Elliott. Muscles him off. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
3, 19.
Throwing on third, Goff. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Desperation time for Goff on fourth. And that is incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. On second down, here's Locke. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. So close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And here we go on first and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Another try on second down with Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley, his second touchdown of the night. And the Rams add on to their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field.
And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
This one complete left side to Green Beckham. 26 yards on the pickup there. And the Falcons are going to get a first. And quickly, they get to the line.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? You're able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And he finds a man on a crossing route. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Fresh set of downs here. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Goff now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Travis Carey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're in a good spot. 2-possession game, barely, but a 2-possession game here late. Now they just have to put this game on ice.
Let's face it, right now, they're talking about ball security, taking care of.
Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a hunting down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.